Good morning, Titans.
Today is Friday, November 14th. I'm Jamie Hughes.
And I'm Madison Carter.
There's a lot happening on campus this week.
And Titan TV has all of your updates and announcements.
So, let's start the show. The number 9 seeded varsity boys football team travels to Modesto tonight to face the number 8 Downey Knights in the opening round of the Sac Joaquin Section Division II playoffs. Reporters Isaiah Weatherford, Alex Bittner, and Madison talked to several players about tonight's game.
The Titans traveled to Modesto tonight, taking on the Downey Knights, who finished 9-1 overall, 6-0 in the Modesto Metro Conference, and more importantly, the Knights are undefeated at home this season. They average 45.9 points a game, while Antelope averages 32.5 points.
Modesto's style of offense is different than ours. They run a little more spread-like, so we're not going to go out there and adjust to theirs. We're going to let them adjust to our offense. We're just, after practice, throwing extra routes. During practice with the halfbacks, working on different handoffs, working with the line. We're just going to go out there and play our type of football, run the ball down their throat, and go out there and get the W.
For us to be successful on Friday night against Downey, we just need to, offensively, O-line needs to move bodies, quarterbacks need to make good reads, wide receivers just need to run their routes and block, tight ends as well. Running backs need to trust that the linemen will get their holes open and they can run straight through them. Defensively, we just need to trust our keys, reroute on tight ends, and just fill gaps. And for us to contain this quarterback on Friday, he is shifty, but we just need to not break down, and we need to run through his hip and get him down to the ground and stop the deep balls.
With Montel Aaron having an average of 159.7 passing yards a game and Downey averaging 273.5 passing yards a game, Davion Johnson, leading tackler with an average of 7.3 tackles a game, has been preparing along with the rest of the defense to lock down the Downey spread offense.
275 passing yards is quite a lot for a game, so we just plan to go out there and lock stuff up. Don't let them pass as much. We have a pretty good defensive back set with me, Kalen, Kanai, Mr. LOB. Plan on stopping all deep routes, and then the linebackers stop the short routes, and we should be good. And if they want to run the ball, they can run the ball, because once again, the linebackers will step up and stop all running.
Even though Antelope's passing yards aren't as high as Downey's, Antelope's rushing yards dominate with an average of 226.7 yards a game, while Downey only has 170.5 yards a game. Mr. Harriel is a key player to the offense with 13 touchdowns and defense with 3 forced fumbles and 1 pick six.
This week against Downey, offensively, to put points on the board, I'm going to just run hard, trust my blocks, and do what I'm asked to do. Defensively, LOB is going to come through. We have 7 picks so far, so we're going to get a lot of picks, a lot of forced fumbles with Josh Purther, Lemuel Williams, and Kalen Barnes, Davion Johnson, and we're just going to do what we got to do.
The boys have been preparing mentally and physically for tonight's game at Downey. If you can, take a road trip to Modesto tonight and support the boys at 7. Madison Carter, Titan TV News.
The marching band placed first in its division when it traveled to Napa on Saturday for the vintage competition. Reporters Alex Bender and Sergi Ichchuk spoke to Drum Major senior Sarah Lightfoot about the competition.
So this past weekend, the band performed at the Vintage Band Review, and so far in the season, this was our strongest performance, and in our division, we placed first, and overall, we placed 3rd in the woodwinds category. After performing, the band didn't get home until about 12-ish, and we had a long rehearsal in the morning, but we still did really well, and everyone did their best. Everyone worked very hard in the morning, and their hard work definitely paid off in the performance.
Attention all seniors, in order to verify your GPA for colleges and process your financial aid, the office needs your Social Security number. Please visit Ms. Megan Gowdy in the College and Career Center to verify that the office has your Social Security number on file. Do not submit the number by email.
The last day to sign up for the ASVAB test is December 1st. The test will be administered on December 4th. Reporters Russell Steinhardt and Mason Lagerstrom talked to College and Career Center Coordinator Ms. Megan Gowdy about why you should sign up for the test.
So the ASVAB is a multiple aptitude battery test. So typically it's been used for military. And so if you are thinking about going into the military, or you're for sure going into the military, you're going to have to take this test. So what it does is it measures your level of aptitude on various subjects so that they can place you in a really good spot for you in the military. If you're not thinking about going into the military, it's also a great test for you to take. Because of the way that it's set up, it has a lot of different questions that can kind of measure where you're at in different areas and give you a really good idea of some different career options to explore. So it's a great test for whether you're going into the military or not, and it has a lot of benefits for students that way in career exploration and other ways.
The school play Antelope Shakes opened last night. The show sold out and an extra 15 audience members were added to the front row on the floor. Don't miss your chance to see the final two performances in room CTE 5 tonight and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30, so get there as soon as possible.
Speech and Debate hosts its annual tournament tomorrow on campus. The first round will begin at 9 a.m. and will continue all day until 7 p.m. Stop by to support your fellow Titan speakers as they compete against more than 200 other students from schools such as Wood Creek, Ponderosa, and St. Francis.
The National Honor Society will host its annual talent show on Thursday at 6:30 in the cafeteria. This year's theme is Around the World. All proceeds from the event will be donated to Operation Smile. Tickets are just $5 at the door. Here's a commercial brought to you by Alex Bittner, Sergi Ischuk, and Isaiah Weatherford.
That's all the news we have for this Friday.
Be sure to tune in next week.
I can't believe we go on Thanksgiving break next week.
And Christmas isn't that far away either.
Have a great day, Titans.
And an even better weekend.